Right, so today the news, amongst other things, contains some details of the CIA. I think Wikileaks is carrying some documents which were dumped onto Wikileaks about the CIA gaining the ability, or looking to gain the ability, to compromise smart TVs, and in particular the cameras and microphones on smart TVs, which is obviously an interesting and potentially worrying thing. I thought it'd be interesting to have a quick chat about that. But in context of the fact that it's actually not that new, and one of the things it was worth sort of pointing out was this photo of Mark Zuckerberg from a couple of years ago, where the internet, which it does what it does wonderfully well, which is notice stuff, noticed that Zuck had taped over the microphone and the camera on his Mac.
Yeah, so this was a selfie, Mark Zuckerberg. I think it was when they took over Instagram, and people had just picked up on, in the background, there's a little bit of black tape over the microphone and the camera.
Which, was topical at the time, and it does raise the question, if Mark Zuckerberg is taping over the microphone on his Mac, should we think about that?
He's clearly, he's a target for corporate espionage, more so than most people, but I think if he can be targeted, then anyone can, and there's loads of stories of this stuff happening. Mm-hmm. There was a case a couple of years ago where it wasn't even a Trojan on the laptop, it was schools who put security software on the laptops that had been given out to students and taken them home, and some person in that school that had access to that security system was basically saving pictures of kids in their bedrooms.
And that stuff can happen. For me, what's interesting about that is not necessarily the details of the software exploit, it's actually the move from, things didn't exist that had cameras on a few years ago. Now most things have cameras and most things are online. So that's become quite interesting.
There's more devices, and especially phones listening, and now things like Amazon Echo.
And that's where it, for me, becomes really interesting. Things being on by default, being connected to the internet by default, and listening by default. And just for argument's sake, if we just say, "Hey Siri," and you can see that my phone, because it's switched on by default, has started listening and is waiting for a command.
Yep.
Yes.
And there we go.
Go away, Siri.
Did I do something wrong?
Yes, you're listening to me.
You were too nosy. And it's that always on, sort of always listening world.
When that's listening, you talk to that, it is sending that audio recording up to the internet for Apple service to process it.
Yeah.
So it's already getting shared over your Wi-Fi.
And although for me it's the exchange of useful, interesting stuff, because that means I can set my alarm clock without picking up my phone, it's quite useful. But the part of the cost of that is that it is always listening and it's always being transcribed somewhere. And the question is where, who has access, and to what end?
Apple are hoarding that information for a justifiable reason from them to improve that service, but they're still sitting on all that information. How secure is it? Who else are they sharing it with?
Yeah. So we'll watch with interest as this develops, but I don't think to us it was new that the various agencies, including the CIA, are looking to exploit those things which exist.
They're not the only ones.
It's just perhaps, no, absolutely not the only ones. That being conscious of those things which are in our everyday lives that we don't think about very much. So we'll see how that develops.